So Karen, there's a rumour going around that you've been in the business for 37 years.
Well, actually, Jim, that's not quite true. I've actually been in the business 39 years. I've worked for Force Technologies for 37 years, having worked before that in manufacturing. I worked for a company called Densac Microsystems, dealing with memory modules and manufacturing. I also helped set up the European division of Densac in Maidenhead, where we made modules for time computers. That's where I met Mike Salmon, who offered me a job at Force.
And can you tell us a little bit about the change you've seen from then to now?
Wow, the industry has changed so much. Obviously, we started in distribution, so distribution was our thing, but having come from a memory module manufacturer, I always wanted to get back into obsolescence. So the opportunity arose in 1995 when Atmel basically made a product obsolete. They wanted us to come up with a solution. And at that time, I'll be honest and say, there was no solution. I was about to have my first child and take some time off. But they were desperate, a well-known company up north. And I called upon my contacts that I'd made in the States, and we put together a component and made it FT. So I think the quality issue came in there because we wanted to make sure that we knew where our products were. And I'm glad to say I actually do know where all the FT products are in the world. And then we came out of distribution. The big boys took over. We never wanted to be a big boy. We're quite happy with our niche. But the industry has changed. A lot of people, a lot of obsolescence. I mean, obsolescence is the cycle's getting shorter. The solutions are getting more difficult to do. But we've grown as a company. We don't have the salesmen we used to. We'll leave that to the big boys and we'll leave that to the distributors. I've got a dedicated team some have been with me for 20 years. So they've grown up with us. I've grown up with Force. It was Mike Salmon's baby. It's now my baby. And I'm enjoying the industry.
And what are the plans for the future?
Well, we've got exciting plans. I'm not retiring yet, so safe to say I have no intention of retiring. But yes, we're taking on a new building. We're doing more long-term storage, and we have some plans in the offing that will include some UK testing, more testing than we're doing now. So it's all very exciting stuff. But it's been a long slog in the industry. There's been some highs and lows for everybody. There's been allocations, there's been anti-dumping, there's been all the counterfeiting. I worked back in, I think it was 2000, on the Authenticare testing that we were doing, which is sort of now AS6081. We did the same kind of testing, so that was quite fun. I've even got some components, Atmel components, that we bought 35 years ago, which we still have in stock, and someday somebody might like it. But I love the industry. I mean, I wouldn't have stayed in it if I didn't love it. So
what have you got to say to anyone who you've met along the way?
Well, I hope I haven't upset anybody along the way. I always tell my staff and I tell myself, never upset nobody in the industry. I've made some amazing friends in the industry, some who will be coming to my 60th birthday this year, and made some good contacts, and just, embrace the industry, embrace the knowledge, share knowledge. There's young engineers coming along that need help. There's young companies that are dealing with obsolescence and sustainability and repair. And a lot of that is good work, because we do have to save the planet for our youngsters. But give the youngsters a bit of a chance. Give the young engineers some encouragement. We're taking on a new graduate engineer in the summer. Really looking forward to George coming. And yeah, it's a great industry to be in. Aerospace industry is a real great industry to be in. So I'm really pleased with my career so far.
Bring on the next 37?
Well, let's do the next 10, Jim, and let's see what happens, shall we?